welcome to lesson 112. This is about finding the least common multiple. Now, whenever we look for multiples of a number, that means numbers that we multiply to equal the product. So 4 times 1, 4 times 2, 4 times 3, 4 times 4. So it's actually numbers that are going to be greater than the given number. As opposed to the greatest common factor, we find numbers that are multiplied together to equal that number. Therefore, all of those numbers are going to be equal or less than the given number. So least common multiple, we're looking for numbers that are multiples of that number. So for 4, we have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, so on and so forth. With 6, we have 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, so on and so forth. And I circled all of the common multiples of 4 and 6. So all of the multiples that they have in common are 12, 24, and 36 so far, because it would continue on and you would have similarities in between. But when I find the least common multiple, I'm finding the smallest number that is a multiple of 2 or more numbers. So I just want to find the smallest number. So actually, if I were to list out the least common multiples, I could actually just stop when I find that both have 12, or 12 is multiples of both 4 and 6. I wouldn't even have to go this far into my multiples. So 12 is the least common multiple of 4 and 6. And we can abbreviate that as LCM. So the LCM is the least common multiple. So LCM, just remember that. Our only example problem in this lesson is to find the LCM, least common multiple, of 6 and 8. So I'm going to show you how to do this, and I want you to do this along with me. The least common multiple, so 6, and actually, if you look at my thought process here, I'm going to start with 6, and then when I find a multiple that I know 8 has, then I could actually just stop there. So 6, I know I can have 6, 12, 18, 24, let's see, 24, and then 30, 36, 42, and 48. I actually have to think about my multiples of 8. I have 8, 12, oh no, not 12, 8, 16, then 24, there we go. I have 24 as the least common multiple of 6 and 8. So I actually could have stopped sooner there, but I was kind of thinking, okay, with my multiples, I wanted to be sure I kept going because I know 48 definitely is. 6 times 8 is 48. But I knew when I started doing 8, 16, 24, then it would be 32, then 40. I know 24 is also a multiple of 8. So 24 is the LCM. So my answer is 24. So that's how I do those problems, and luckily your practice set problems, a lot of them are smaller and pretty simple. So A, you find the least common multiple of 2 and 3. You should not have to go very far. With B, you have 3 and 5. This one should be very simple because there's not too many multiples that they have in common. C, 5 and 10, that one should be very short. 2 and 4 will also be very short. 3 and 6 will also be very short. 6 and 10, you might have to go for a little bit, but if you think of all your multiples of 6, 10 is going to be the one that ends in a 0. So that one may take a little bit longer unless you know that off the top of your head, but the others should be fairly short. Now I'll go ahead and grade these for participation in class. Thank you very much for listening and paying attention.